Hi guys, welcome to the ISO Builder. A few weeks ago, somebody had a great what if, right? I had no time to assist him, and I just said, okay, put your nose in the right direction. And that's often what I do, because the only way to learn is to fail, actually. So the idea that he had was, let's start with the oldest ArcoLinux, an update. So oldest ArcoLinux. Okay, that's of course not easy. The oldest ArcoLinux, if we go to Control G, let's go straight to the seed host ArcoLinux. The data center we end up to in Belnet. That's okay, it's all the same. This is AAG. In a few days this will be filled up with all kind of ISOs, right? AAG, ArcoLinux.info, search. We release the ISOs 1 week non-officially for the beta testers. So ISOs, the oldest one is the one of September that we still have here online. No, it isn't. Wait a moment. Here I do my cleanups, right? I do believe SourceForge, I do not do my cleanups in SourceForge. So here I must find something really old. Let's see. So XL, definitely. And how old can we go? Look at that, 5 years, right? 97 items. Is that older? 2109, 2105, right? I'm not mistaken, right? This is the better. Then you choose, just the one, San Diego, right? I hope it's fast. 4 hours left. That's okay, that's fast. Directory contents. This is indeed the oldest one, right? So 2 hours left. That's no fun. So I think I know what they're doing. Since we don't clean up, they say, rather than mitigate all the ISOs around the globe, because basically that's what they do. Let's see if we can go back. What do I mean? The ones that are new, they put them around the globe because people will download the new guy, and all these servers have a copy. All right, and it's smart thinking that people won't download a very old ISO, so they get rid of it after a certain time, I suppose. I say, okay, fine, let's get rid of this particular thing because this is the new guy and he's coming in 3 minutes. So yeah, I'll have to be patient. I do want the old guy, so I'm gonna pause the video and do something else in the meantime. Voila, I kept myself busy and it's now in the folder. This is the oldest ISO I can find. Now the trouble starts, right? So, optical drive, choose a disk file, go to the downloads, go to ArcoLinux XL from last year, and so a year and a half, right? More or less ago. We start, and we told him to be XFCE UEFI, and as you see, we had other ideas back then, other ways to boot up. So this one is good for me. And maybe you've seen today there is a new Arch Linux keyring. Oh yeah, we better check that out. But first, and that's the point, right? If you take the easy installation, it's always gonna work. You're sitting at the beach, no Wi-Fi, just install it. We're not gonna go advanced, of course not. Everything will fail. Look at that. There isn't even the choice back then. So update ArcoLinux, ArcoLinux Calamares, run gpart, run Calamares. It's good to have to look back in the past. Ooh. Oh, that's a problem, right? That's a problem, because all these things will be updated, and yeah, right, we'll see. So I'm not gonna do extras, make it even more difficult. What we see is what we get. Right? What we see is what we get. That's already difficult enough because it wants to update these things. That's probably gonna choke on it. But hey, we're here to learn, so let's give it a try. Erase disk, no swap. Oh, look at that. Back then we did not have the choice. ButterFS, X4, and so on. So what do I have? X4. You see how far we've gone, right? I've come. And this and that and that. That's still the same. Next. And we are off installing. Yo, I'll pause the video until we see maybe an error message or we need to reboot. One of the two. Alright, time to restart. And here's another image. ISO built on May the 6th, 2021. 21, right? A year and a half ago. And can we still update it with all the knowledge that I've given you? Just look at YouTube, our channel, and then playlists update. There are like 100, 510 maybe videos all about updating. And all that's required to tackle all these things, that's knowledge. And that is what we like to provide. A free operating system. Voila. Let's see if my voila, my aliases do not exist yet. So Narco mirror list does not exist, and Pacman does exist. All right, and mirror list does exist. So I get my package from Ozbek. That's okay. That's cool. That's a good server for me. Then 1 year and a half. What does it mean? Update. We got the issues already. But first, let's see how much gigabyte, terabyte it wants to throw at us. Yeah, yes. Oh, 2 gigabytes is okay, right? But installed it's 7.1 gigabyte and the net upgrade is only 600 megabytes. So in 1 year and a half, that's not too bad, right? First things first. You saw these messages. We go back to Pacman. Pacman knows where stuff is coming from. This stuff, we better say, let's do first Arch bit and then later the repo bit from ArcoLinux. X, yes, enter. Update. We still get a lot of questions, that's normal. So they change the names or they change the contents. Often it's just the name. Adobe Source Sans Pro fonts with Adobe Source Sans fonts. The Pro is gone. Okay. So either you say yes or you say enter in this case. This one with that one, sure. That one with that one, sure. That one, sure. And off it goes, right? And then he says, we need to have Pacman lower than required by yay bin. Okay. Rewrite it down. Later on, we're gonna go for yay bin and go to install it. You're out. Update and update is equally good. So this is Arch. Coming in. Remember in September 2022 there was a grub thingy. I need to watch out for that. let's be fair, and I told it also in a comment on YouTube, it's the one and only thing in 5 years time, maybe longer, right, that Grub has failed us ever. So why jump ship? I still think it's slipped through the cracks, as they say in English, and that's all. It should have been tested better. Then we would have seen that it broke our system. And then we said, whoa, hold your horses, don't release it. At least not with some more comments. Do this, do that. Always find the name strange, duct tape. Yes, that's a package, duct tape. If we talk about duct tape, it's something else. And there we go with the keys. So, import PGP key. Let's try. Yes, import that one. Number 2. Number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then life stops. Do you want to delete this? Do you want to delete that? Do you want to delete this? Do you want to delete that? Import, yes. That does not work. Do you want to delete it? Yes, 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 yes. Right? Just quickly going through them. In 1.5 years, a lot of people went away, stopped and started and changed the keys. So there's a lot of things in here. Better do Control C, I suppose. So sudo pacman -s y ArcoLinux keyring. That's the first thing I always say, install that. And then update. It was visually very clear that we needed to do this first. I deleted a few packages, it was corrupt and stuff like that. So it's gonna re-download them. And off we go. Now, how much detail you want to go into, it's entirely up to you, right? Is it needed? No, certainly not in this project. I mean, it's just for learning, and we need to stop doing things because everything is going to be updated and upgraded. So I can't do anything now. As you saw, Thunar does not open. I need to wait and reboot. What I was going to say is you'll find things like this. So a few of these files, important files, have a .pacnew behind it. It's entirely up to you to see if you want to see what's the difference between this one, that one, and if you're gonna use this one in here. So that's an ideal work for melt. Go to Thunar, become root, compare these two files, and decide if you want to follow the recommendations in the pack new. Here I'm gonna follow for grub. Back in the days we still had XZ compressed in its EPO, and at some point in time it was mentioned on the ArcoLinux.org that I would go to ZSTD, so not XZ. And we followed, and it was faster, so when it's faster we always like it. When it's slower we hate it. So here as well. I would say that's something we can do right now, I hope, but here we go. And I have to watch out for the grub anyway. So there is an ArcoLinux Pacman hook to update grub automatically. That's there. I do think, I wonder, and I want to know, right? Will we end up in a black screen? Is grub, with the packages that we get now, sudo pacman, hey come on, pacman minus s grub, and that's version 380, and here they say what we should do. Grub install, right? And then this, nobody helps, so this is help with this, and this is done. Grub update. This is the line of our aliases. Alias ArcoLinux Pacman hook to update grub automatically. So that's done. That's these things as a result of that command. But this isn't done. Grub install. Now, since I do not know everything out of my heart, there is something called alias. Was that an alias? Did we make an alias or not? No, install grub EFI. This is what I need to type in. So that's a bit much for my brain, so we'll make an alias for it. Move it to screen number 2. And that's basically that line, a white line that you see now, is the one I'm gonna type. Sudo. Let me see first. Yeah, no, it's UEFI. I was in doubt, but it is part. Do you see boot EFI? So we are on UEFI, though. Yes, I need to do it. Sudo grub install. No typos allowed. Target equals x86 underscore 64 EFI directory. You see it up there, what the EFI directory is, equals boot EFI. Sudo grub install target x86 whoa, made a mistake. Behind here, EFI directory boot EFI. Enter. Installing for x86, and then it says no error reported. To be sure, next process update grub, and then we sudo reboot. Wow, that was important, right? So the ArcoLinux keyring, one thing, the grub for sure. Otherwise the fill is longer. I need to arch root and all that. Enough arch root videos already. So we've got update or update. There is total downloads. The Pacman gets also updates in, right? So and Pacman, and we see that one of the lines, one of the variables is no longer used, and that is line 36. So total download is not available anymore. Okay, X, yes, thank you. Update. He's happy. Now I did not see if parallel downloads is okay, because I like to do parallel downloads. There you go. Maybe we should go and compare Pacman, because that's an important file. Come on. File manager, file system, etc, stop. Become owner, open folder as root. This can go. You may harm your system, know what you do. Pacman.conf. This is one, and that's the pack new. Compare. Whew. Wrong file. Pacman. So this one and this one. Compare. That's better. So this is ours. This is the new guy. To the right is the new guy, right? So yes, we want color. No progress bar. Sure, give me a progress bar. I want to see what it is. And then check space. Check space is still there. Check space. Let's do that as well. Verbose checklist here. That's sure. Let's do that as well. And here he is, right? Here he is. That's definitely something I like. Download 5 parallel links to the internet. Download all these packages as fast as possible. So these are choices. This is just blah blah. You can keep it there. Just showing you exactly the same thing. There is no difference. I Love Candy is the new good thing. Of course, we're going to keep our repos. And of course, that's the choice. We want to have multi-lib repos available. Voila. Made our decisions. Save. By Ctrl-T. Update. Nothing to do. So, we have a working system. This can end here and say, okay, fine. I have an ArcoLinux system now. Well, in future support anyway. This is of course still ArcoLinux, but it's cut off from the repos of ArcoLinux, which means you won't get updates. That's all. It is a working operating system. Now, let me think. Did we make any package updates for the keyring of ArcoLinux? Not sure. Let's see. So next, maybe something we should tackle later. Let's not forget yay. That's the thing I was thinking. That's for later. So and Pacman. You want to have back the ArcoLinux repo. X, yes. Ctrl X, update. And then we see bike. And remember the articles that I've made in the past, that we have no longer bikes, we have ants in our pants. Remember when I said that video, we have ants in our pants. Strange thing, but it sticks, right? It is still in my mind, so it helps me as well. So the ArcoLinux mirror list, cancel. The ArcoLinux mirror list is not a bike anymore. We have an ant. So at some point in time, we upgraded because of the big volume of downloads, and we upgraded our account. But hey, little did I know that these guys are going to change from server then. So, and to bike. And here we have to think. Bike to end, of course. Replace ArcoLinux Better lock screen with ArcoLinux ArcoLinux. Remember that at some point in time I began saying it's all ArcoLinux. And I wanted the ArcoLinux logout become an ArcoLinux. So it works on EndeavourOS, on Garuda, 15 arches at this point in time. So yes, Quantum theme Arc, a new name, Arc KDE. Logout, Arch logout, not Arco logout, yes. Same here for the themes. Tweak tool, ArcoLinux tweak tool instead of ArcoLinux tweak tool, so we can take it with us and wherever we go. And the hardcode fixer, that's something I said also, where I said just install it, right? It's not a warning, it's not newer, it's ours is better. Replace Pacman all with ArcoLinux Pacman all. At some point in time there was an issue with the AOR package, and then we decided suddenly, let's take it under our control. Let's be the package builders. So yes, and 308. So this is our work. This is actually our work that we've done in 1.5 years. And all these packages, something changed. And from here on, it's all Arch again. But, right? But, let's go. AOR/Arch. That's the ArcoLinux tweak tool, all these keys. And the rest keys there. Chaotix key from Garuda is in there. So we can install stuff from them as well. Up all, is Paru installed? Yay command not found. Okay, yay. So sudo pacman, no, sudo pacman -s yay. And I think we use yay bin, not sure, by default. There's yay bin, yay git. So if one fails, take another. So back in the days, we did an update with yay. That's clear. Let's fix that one. So S hardcode fixer. That's it. That's the solution. Up all. Oh, stop. So here we have things that are broken and they're gone. Atom is gone. Python 2 is gone. And Sublime Text, well, we need to jump from 3 to 4, basically. So if I want Sublime Text, that's the most important thing for me. Sublime Text dev is out. And the new name is -s Sublime Text 4. That's the new package name. Voila, we can edit again. So up all, let's see if Paru is installed. We need to have two of them. If one fails, we have the other one. If AOR is down, the website, both won't work. And then we stop. We're gonna remove Atom, does not exist anymore. By, that was wrong. Sometimes it's better to do an S. Yeah, it's gone already. So that's not possible anymore because it's gone. So, okay, no problem. We've cleaned that. That's out. Electron 9 is gone as well. Hiplib. We'll see what that is. Python 2 needs to go. So that's abandoned, no development anymore. And we take the other guy as well. It's on the ArcoLinux.org website. Read the messages. Up all. So still having these. Missing AOR themes. That's the easiest thing. Let's tackle the easiest things first. Remove ArcoLinux Arc themes. That was a bunch of files all in one. Now we have sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux Arc, and here you have all the themes, whatever you want, but choose one, right? Dracul, and it's only 5 megabytes rather than 184 megabytes. Choose the ones you like. Up all. What else? Control C. Sudo pacman -remove We don't have any mirrorless spin-off anymore, so that's gone. And then we have at some point in time Arch saying we're not gonna include this. So with the Arch ISO, we create our ISOs, and in that, well, list, there's a package list in there, they say we won't be using that anymore. So we remove it as well. Rise Reves and termite term info. So I'm losing all the things in blue there at the top. Up Ctrl C. So now we have gib lib. Let's see what that's for. -R, maybe S. Gib lib. Okay, you're out. So if nobody needs it, you can remove it. If there is a dependency for some kind of application, then you can't delete it. That's how it should be. It's not always like that, but that's how the maintainers should do it. And this is your jack, and jack is required by simple screen recorder. And then that. A ball. AUR jack. Yay, jack. Do we actually need it? Because now there's a jack 2, I guess. Jack and a jack 2. If you really want to remove it, and you say jack, it's gone. And if you really want to use it for simple screen recorder, which I always do, you just install it again, and there you have the options, right? Jack 2 or PipeWire. Okay, jack is solved. Up all. Done. Now one thing we've not done is scale, right? So many things have changed, and also scale has changed. So if we do log out again and log back in, oh yeah, we still had the old candy thing. Nice. Oh, flashback. And I missed it, I think. So up all, nothing to do. We're up to date. And with the scale came also the bin. So not many people probably know this. Right mouse click, opens, open terminal here. Configure custom actions, open terminal here. What does that do? Alacrity. Ooh yeah. At some point in time we decided to have Alacrity because termite, I got a message, termite is no longer being maintained, and basically they said on their GitHub, get Alacrity. So we did, but first we tested other terminals, but it was a good choice. Voila. What else? Probably if you want to have more things like these, you should install Git ahead here. If you want to have that, Catfish is installed. That's it. Am I forgetting something? We did the scale. Everything that's in the etc scale is now in your home directory. Don't see what's I should do more. F12 working. Yeah, the only differences are choices, packages that we in 1.5 years decided to have more of this and less of that. Yeah, design wise probably. Now I've installed Dracul icons, Surfen. The Candy icons are not here, right? Control Alt, sudo Pacman -S ArcoLinux Candy Beauty, and there is the def and this one. Voila, we've got that too now. Things like that, but those are choices, and those are things that you want to have or don't have. This guy, I don't know let's see, yep, there it is already. This is just a choice of icons. The variety will work and provide you with other wallpapers. I really don't know what else to say. But maybe what I would do as well is, if I got time, right, so stay rolling all these versions. We jump from here to here to here to here. But I think I'll probably have covered everything, because there's lots of these guys that say nothing to do. So that's cool. And there's nothing to do. But here we've added some firmware things. So Ctrl-T, let's add that. So if we do sudo Pacman and then guys search for search for ArchWiki. Yeah, sudo make init cpio minus capital P. If we see this, let's see. No, we're good. There are no errors. Ah, yeah, the XZ thingy. That's something we can do, because this takes long to build. So, and here are the missing things. That's the missing things here. I think that's the stay rolling here. So we install some more of these small files. It's nothing really, but then we don't see all these errors here. The missing warning firmware thingy. That's something nasty. So home. Yeah, we'll keep this open. So I will open another one. File manager, computer, file system, etc, mkenitcpio.conf. Open it, bigger, colors, and then go down. XZ, that's the slow thingy. That's the thing that's online on the arcolinux.org website. I save this, that we're going to use ZSTT compression, and then we can do this thing again, and things go faster, and we don't have an error. We should not have an error. So we need something more. Or am I not doing two things at the same time here? Oops, oops, oops. Oops, two things at the same time. So that's not okay. So this is something else. What was it called again? There's a package for it. Sudo pacman -s mk init cpio firmware. If you install that one, you don't have to look, and it's going to be a selection made by somebody else. And here you see no messages, and here you see no messages. So we don't need to figure out what these were, because we've got them solved. And this is fast, right? This was much faster with the XZ than with the XZ, and what changed is in here. So the way these things are compressed, size is here, 10.6, and then back then, right, we compared with XZ and how big it is and how fast, and then yeah, if time wins, right? If you have a faster installation, and the boot is the same, fine, great. XZ is out and ZST is in. So we were looking at all these things. I believe everything is stay rolling. 2021, stay rolling, and we make decisions down the road. There's nothing to install, nothing to remove, nothing special, so I better use nothing to do there. But did not have the idea, I suppose, back then to write that down. We removed, so it always points back to what the things we had back then, right? So I don't know if we still have it here, but we made a choice to remove this particular package again because it did not do the job. Simple as that. It didn't do the job. Then you can better go to with an editor to the file and do your thing with it. Much better, right? Than relying on something that does not work. Decisions. We stopped using Havagit service at a certain point. Again, ArchWiki, Havagit. I don't know if it's still available. So systemctl, status of Havaget. It is. Condition failed, it's enabled. Okay. What we should see actually, that's more important than looking over all these things. It is the etc pacman.d. Let me think, we're wrong. System D here, and then system. We don't want a Pacman init service. Yes, my packages solved it, right? So with the tools that we have on, explained on Arch Wiki, right? Pacman and Pacman hooks and all that, I made sure that nobody has still the Pacman init service here. It's there when you boot up in a live DVD. It's great, it's cool, but afterwards it resulted in a lot of key problems, and the only thing, well, the cause was this guy. When we were too fast, basically, when you logged in, it was refreshing the keys, and when you did an update, immediately it wasn't ready. That's all it was. Timing. He was not ready. The keys were not in yet. And that's, we've just deleted it, and that makes things a lot easier. And if you still have problems, this is it, right? Fix key. Always gonna work, because everything, and take a look at the code, it points to a certain file, it deletes certain files, it removes certain folders and files, and then it's gonna initialize everything. So these commands are interesting to know if you are on Arch, because then there is no fix key unless you install the ArcoLinux tweak tool, and then it's called fix key Z, right? And if you're on Arch and you have the ArcoLinux tweak tool, you have also the scal with double L, not the scal with single L. All right. Well, I think we covered. This is what it looks like if you have a 1.5, 1.6, you know, 5. Anyway, year and a half old system, and boot it up and try to do your thing with it. It's okay, right? The only thing you require is some knowledge. Cheers.